in the university scene? And he said, yeah, my English is fine. It was the more technical things about his program that were giving him trouble. I'm here to tell you, I had a crappy, terrible English teacher when I was in high school. And my English, I had to take English classes, just like you guys, when I went to university. And it was difficult for me, because my English teacher didn't teach me problem solution. How to make a good solution for a problem. He didn't teach me cause and effect. He didn't teach me how to classify things in an organized way. You guys are learning that. It works. I'm here to tell you it works. It works for me. It worked for the guy I talked to yesterday. If you listen and capture this stuff, you're going to be fine. Okay? And just know that a lot of American students, if they had a crappy teacher like I did, you're actually ahead of them on organization and understanding how these different kinds of essays work, and even lectures, and the way that people describe things. Does that make sense? All right. Take a look at the conclusion. What's the professor going to mention in the conclusion? Two things. Foodlin, what do you got there?
Mention the
topic of the next lecture.
Yeah, they're going to tell you what's happening next class to get your brain moving in that direction. And then what's the last thing?
And tell students the homework for the next day.
Yeah, they're going to give you your homework. Yeah. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Except the last one.
Except the last one? Yeah, nobody's okay with that. Oh, I know. I used to hate it. And actually, I still hate it. I told my wife, I can't wait to be done with this crazy master's. It's just every night something. All right. Listening for order. These, I'm looking at C, okay, on page 55. It says these 10 key pieces of information from the lecture are listed out of order. Place each piece of information in the appropriate place in the lecture outline. All right. The question is, do you guys see a listening track? We haven't listened to the lecture, and I'm trying to figure out.
In D, I think.
In D, oh, there it is, right there. All right, so it's track 29. So let's do this. Let's listen to the lecture, and as you guys listen, just listen the first time, all right? And then we're going to try to reorganize these in the correct order down below. So here we go. And you can even begin. If you want to try to organize it as you listen, you're welcome to.
Unit 2, Business, Leadership Behavior. Lecture, Behavioral Theories of Leadership.
Okay, to start, let's review what we talked about last class. We talked about trait theories of leadership and some of the weaknesses of trait research in relation to leadership. Now you'll recall that the identification of specific traits in successful leaders, like intelligence, energy, dominance, emotional stability, and the like, while it was useful at describing leaders, did not solve the chicken or the egg problem. That is, it didn't explain which came first. Did the traits create the leaders, or did the leadership position create the traits? And this weakness meant we couldn't apply the research findings to any real-life situations. We couldn't select leaders based on the traits they demonstrated, because we didn't know if the leaders had those traits first, or if they were likely to develop the traits later once they had the leadership position. That was a problem. Consequently, researchers in the field of leadership began to think that maybe what made a great leader, or an effective and successful one, was not the leader's traits. Maybe what made a leader great was his or her behavior. Now, behavioral theories of leadership try to identify critical behaviors of leaders in the hopes that we could train people to be leaders. In the 1940s and 50s, researchers at Ohio State University developed a list of more than 1,800 or so specific behaviors that leaders might use. This list included behaviors such as telling employees what to do, being directive. Another one, being friendly, setting goals.